Chapter 5. Advanced Tools in Flash CS 5.5. Topics covered. Changing the document properties. More about the selection tool. Moving, rotating and resizing an image. Flipping and copying an image. Applying and modifying a gradient fill. Creating tint tweening and text shape tweening in Flash. Opening Flash. To open Adobe Flash in Windows 10, follow these steps. Step 1. Click in the Type Here to search text box at the bottom of the screen. Step 2. Type Flash in the text box. A list of applications appears. Click Adobe Flash Professional CS 5.5. The Adobe Flash Professional CS 5.5 window opens up. Step 3. Click the ActionScript 3.0 option under the Create New section. A new blank document opens up in the Flash window. Parts of the Flash window. Adobe Flash window has many parts as shown in the following figure. Menu bar. Work area. Stage. Property Inspector. Tools panel. Timeline. Parts of the Flash window. We have already discussed about the parts of the Flash window in detail in previous class. Let's learn some advanced features of Flash. Changing the document properties. A new Flash document always opens up with the following default settings. White background. Default width and height. 550 × 400 px. You can change the width, height and the background color of your document according to your need. To do so, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the Edit Document Properties icon in the Property Inspector. The Document Settings dialog box appears. Edit Document Properties icon. Step 2. Select the unit of the stage size, pixels, inches, points, centimeters, millimeters, from the drop-down list of ruler units. Step 3. Click inside the Dimensions text boxes and enter the new width and height of the document. Step 4. To set the background color of the document, choose any color for the stage from the background color palette. Step 5. Click OK. The settings of the document are changed accordingly. Document Settings dialog box. Document properties changed. More about the selection tool. In the previous class, we have learned how to use the selection tool for selecting lines, fills, connected lines, and multiple objects. The selection tool can also be used for reshaping lines and outlines of the shape and for distorting a shape. Reshaping outlines. Selection tool can be used to convert straight lines into curved lines and to adjust the endpoints of the lines. To do this, follow these steps. Step 1. Draw a polygon or a star using the Polystar tool in the Tools panel. You can choose the desired stroke color, fill color, stroke thickness and stroke style from the Property Inspector for the shape. Step 2. Click the Selection tool in the Tools panel. Step 3. Place the mouse pointer near the outline of the shape. The mouse pointer changes to either of the following to show how the line can be reshaped. A corner next to pointer, it lets you adjust the endpoints of the line. A curve next to pointer, it lets you adjust the midpoint of a line, changing the line into curve. Step 4. Click and drag to reshape the line. Changing the endpoints. Changing line to curve. Image reshaped. Distorting shapes. Selection tool can also be used to distort a shape. To do this, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the Selection tool in the Tools panel, and select the desired shape which you want to distort. Step 2. Right-click on the selected part and click Distort or Envelope option from the shortcut menu that appears. Distort option is used to distort the shape only from its corners. Envelope option is used to distort the shape from any point on the outline of the shape. A set of handles appears around the selected object. Step 3. Click and drag any of the handles inwards or outwards to distort the shape of the object. Using the distort option using the envelope option. Moving, rotating and resizing an image. You can move, rotate or resize an image using the free transform tool. To use this tool, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the free transform tool in the Tools panel. Step 2. Double-click on the image to select both the stroke and fill color of the image. Step 3. To move the selected image, position the mouse pointer, selecting an image over it. When the mouse pointer changes to a cross, click and drag the image to the desired position. Step 4. To rotate the selected image, place the mouse pointer over one of its four corner handles. When the pointer changes to rotation handle, click and drag in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction to rotate the image. Step 5. To resize an image, place the mouse pointer over any of its side handles. When the mouse pointer changes to resize handle, click and drag inward or outward to decrease or increase the size, respectively. Moving an image, rotating an image, resizing an image, flipping and copying an image. Flipping means to turn an image horizontally or vertically. To flip an image, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the selection tool in the Tools panel and double-click on the image to select it. Step 2. Click Modify on the menu bar. A list of options appears. Image flipped vertically. Step 3. Point to transform and then click the Flip Vertical or Flip Horizontal option from the sub-menu that appears. Choosing the Flip Vertical option. Copying an image. To copy an image, follow these steps. Step 1. Select the image you want to copy using the selection tool. Choosing the copy option. Image pasted. Step 2. Right-click on the image and click the copy option from the shortcut menu that appears. Step 3. Right-click on the blank area of the stage where you want to paste the image, and click the paste option from the shortcut menu that appears. Gradient fill. In addition to filling solid colors in a shape, you can also apply a gradient fill inside a shape. Gradient fill is a type of color effect in which two or more colors are mixed in a way that one color gradually fades and changes to the other color. Flash provides two types of gradient fills, linear and radial. Linear gradient. Radial gradient. Linear gradient. It creates a gradient effect in which shades of colors start from one point to another in a straight line. Radial gradient. It creates a gradient effect in which shades of colors start from one point to another in a circular pattern. Applying a gradient fill. To apply a gradient fill in an image, follow these steps. Step 1. Select the image using the selection tool. Step 2. Click the window menu and then click Color. The color panel appears. Step 3. Click the down arrow of color type box and select either linear gradient or radial gradient fill style. Step 4. Double-click on the left or right color marker and select the desired color from the color palette that appears. You can also click and shift the color marker left or right on the gradient bar to adjust the gradient. Step 5. Double-click on the left or right color marker and select the desired color from the color palette that appears. You can also click and shift the color marker left or right on the gradient bar to adjust the gradient. Step 6. To add a new color marker, click below the gradient bar, and to remove an existing color marker, drag it off the gradient bar. Modifying the gradient fill. Once you have applied a gradient fill to a shape, You can modify it by using the Gradient Transform tool. You can adjust its center, size, or direction. To modify the linear or radial gradient fill of an object, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the down arrow of the Free Transform tool in the Tools panel and select the Gradient Transform tool from the drop-down menu. Step 2. Click the shape in which linear or radial gradient is filled. The rotation handle and width adjustment handle appears on the shape. In addition, two vertical lines appear around the shape, in case of linear gradient, and an ellipse appears around the object in case of radial gradient. Rotation handle and width adjustment handle on linear and radial gradient. Step 3. To change the center point of the gradient fill, click on the small circle at the center of the linear or radial gradient, and drag it towards right or left side. Changing the center of the linear gradient, changing the center of the radial gradient. Step 4. To change the size, or width, of the gradient fill, drag the width adjustment handle to the left or right to increase or decrease the gradient's width, respectively. Observe that only the size of gradient is changed, not of the object. Changing the size of the linear gradient. Changing the size of the linear gradient. Step 5. To change the direction of, or rotate, the gradient fill, drag the rotation handle either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Rotating the linear gradient. Rotating the radial gradient. Creating tint tweening in Flash. You have already learned to create motion and shape tweening in Flash. There is one more type of animation you can create in Flash. It is called the tint animation. It is used to show the effect of color change in an object. To create a tint animation, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the rectangle tool in the Tools panel. Step 2. Choose the desired fill and stroke color and style from the Property Inspector. Step 3. Draw a rectangle or a square of desired size on the stage. Step 4. Click the Select tool in the Tools panel and double-click on shape to select it. Step 5. Click the Modify menu and then click Convert to Symbol option. Alternatively, press the F8 key on the keyboard. The Convert to Symbol dialog box appears. Choosing the Flip Vertical option. Step 6. Enter the name for the symbol. Select the graphic option from the Type drop-down box and click OK. The rectangle symbol is created and saved in the library. Step 7. Select frame 40 in the timeline and press the F6 key to insert a keyframe. The frames between 1 and 40 are filled with gray color. Step 8. Insert a keyframe on frame 15 and frame 25 by pressing the F6 key on the keyboard. Tint effect on frame 1. Tint effect on frame 40. Step 9. Click on frame 1 in the timeline and select the rectangle symbol. Step 10. In the Property Inspector, click the Style drop-down menu in the Color Effects section, and choose the Tint option. Step 11. Set tint to 100. Similarly, click on frame 15, set tint to 50%, on frame 25, set tint to 25%, and finally on frame 40, set tint to 0. Tint tween on frame 1. Tint tween on frame 15. Step 12. Now, right-click between frame 1 and frame 15 and select Create Classic Tween option from the shortcut menu that appears. Step 13. Perform Step 12 between frame 15 and 25 and between frame 25 and 45. Step 14. Press the Enter on the keyboard and observe how the rectangle appears on the screen. Tint tween on frame 40. Creating text shape tweening. In previous class, you have learned how to create shape tweening to show an effect of changing one shape to another. You can also create shape tweening on text. To do so, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the Text tool in the Tools panel. Step 2. Choose the desired font family, style, color and size for the text from the Property Inspector, and type the desired text on the stage. Step 3. Click on frame 40 and press the F6 key on the keyboard to insert a keyframe. Step 4. Click frame 1. Click the Selection tool and right-click on the text. Choose Break Apart from the shortcut menu that appears. This breaks apart the characters of the text you have typed. Break Apart option. Step 5. Again right-click on the text and choose Break Apart option. This will change the text into shape. Step 6. Click on frame 40, click the Text tool and type some new text on the stage. Right-click on this text and click Break Apart option twice. Text on frame 1. Text shape in intermediate frame. Step 7. Right-click on any intermediate frame, say frame 20, and click Insert Keyframe option from the shortcut menu that appears. Step 8. Right-click anywhere in between frame 1 and frame 20 and choose Create Shape Tween option. Step 9. Similarly, right-click anywhere in between frame 20 and frame 40 and choose Create Shape Tween option. Step 10. Press the Enter key to play the text shape tweening. Text on frame 40.